This is Dom from BlackToad Studios, and welcome to part 19 of the 83rd Warhost Reinforcements. So guys, sorry it's been a couple of weeks since the last video. I've been on holiday and I wasn't able to upload anything, film anything or upload anything the last couple of weeks, so my apologies. So on the last video, number 18, I gave you guys a choice between the Sorcerer and the Lord and which one I should paint, and pretty much most of you said the Lord, so here we are. I painted him before I went away, so he's been sitting on my paint station waiting for me to return. I really liked painting this model actually. As you've seen in a previous video, I painted Terminator for the first time a couple of weeks ago, and it was good. And this Lord model is a beautiful model. I really enjoyed painting him. Added a bit of blood there. Let's go through some of the detail I put in here quickly as well. So on the base, let's lift them up a bit. We have got a nice like stone effect on there. Blood kind of being spilt and dripping from the lightning claws. Also put in some of the grass tufts around the base as well, because I think basing is as important as the actual model itself. And yeah, my personal thing, I like to have every model based in some shape, way or form, so it does appear quite nice on the battlefield. So moving up from there, basic paints I use, I've got Corn Red as the very base colour. Then on top of that we've got Wazdaka Red, and we have got some Evil Sun Scarlet I think on top. I just think a bit edge highlighting there. You can kind of see bits kind of pointing out there. For the metal we have gone with, I believe it's Bolt Gun. Is it still called Bolt Gun? I believe it's called Bolt Gun, yes. And then what I do with that, I wash it all over once I've got the Corn Red on as well, so wash it all over. And then once I've got like a horrible dirty effect on there, I will then highlight edges of the silver there, just look like it's about beaten out a bit there. And it looks quite nice, kind of pops in certain areas where you want it to, and it stays flat in other ones. So you got like this nice effect that's going on there. You can kind of move it around on the camera, different parts there, take the light and shine. Also got a bit of bronze in there, because bronze features quite heavily in the 83rd Warhost, and yeah, that's quite nice there. We've got lots of scripture on there. On the helm there, we've got 3 white stripes there, which kind of cross across the eyelid there, and it's a bit of a trophy from a previous battle, possibly against Nids. He's kind of seen a blessing from the Chaos Gods and marked it appropriately on his armour. We've also got a lot of scripture kind of dotted around on him. Moving around to the back here, we've got his cloak. I haven't done a cloak for such a long time, so it was quite nice to do a cloak on a model for a change. And yeah, I think he looks pretty cool here. I didn't realise this until I'd actually started painting the model, but my friend who I got this model off, Daryl, he features on the channel a bit with his Elder and Death Guard. He put the shoulder pad here on sideways rather than the other way, and to be fair, I do quite like it like that, because it gives a bit more room here to put the more spikes on. So yeah, I quite like that there. Also we've got a bronze skull at the top there, put a bit of weathering on there as well, a bit of like rust coming down. Generally, yeah, I really like how this guy's turned out. He's going to feature in some future battle reports. I'll try and get him in and see what he can do. I'm sure he'll do really well as long as my dice rolling improves, because at the moment my dice rolling is absolutely diabolical. Actually, there we go. Let's see some dice rolling here. So looking over here, 6 and a 1. That's not too bad. 6 is good. One more time. 4 and a 4. 2. Sorry, not the best camera work there, but my dice rolling has been pretty bad lately. If I need a 2-up save, I tend to get a 1. So Terminators possibly wouldn't be doing too well at the moment. Anyway, I'm kind of going off on a bit of a tangent. What's coming up on the channel soon? We'll get these guys out on a battle report soon. Get the Terminators as well, and the Chaos Lord. A few different units going to appear in the battle report. Also get the Corn Demons will be appearing. Future videos as well. I can't tell you too much about that. So ignore that actually. But I will be giving the 83rd Warhost a bit of a break as I move over to a couple of other project videos I'm working at the moment. I'm not being Chaos Marined out. Definitely not Chaosed out, as we're moving over to the Traitor, the Renegades and Heretics, the Traitor Guard. We're moving on to them for a bit. Also, we'll be revisiting the Militarum Tempestus in Operation Trident. Be adding a bit to their army as well. So we're just going to be like flipping between different armies for a little bit and adding little bits in. But it really haven't finished at all on the word bearers because they are my love. And I've got so many unpainted models. For instance, another Terminator squad. And they will appear at some point in the future. I've also got cultists. I've got loads on my assembly desk that need to be painted up and feature on the channel. So bear with us, guys. We've got other videos coming up, different content. We'll have some more on the World Eaters for the 83rd. We'll have the Slaughterers of Silence, the Renegades, and we will have the Militarum Tempestus and Operation Trident coming up from me. Tom, of course, is still working on his Templars. I believe he's adding bits to his other armies as well. He's doing bits on his Sisters of Battle at the moment. So there's lots of different stuff coming up. If there's any army in particular you'd quite like us to see kind of collect or paint in the future, please put a comment below, and we'll definitely consider it and kind of move hopefully in that way in future videos. Far down the road we might start doing some other armies, but we're really open to suggestions. I know myself and Tom, we both kind of like to do armies that are slightly off the beaten track rather than going with his old 7th edition like Tau Elder. We like to kind of go with something a bit different. For instance, Tom's the Red Scorpions, or my Militarum Tempestus, and now my Renegades and Tom's Sisters. We do kind of like to go off and do different armies rather than your standard army you'll see on most channels. Right, so yeah, once again I went off my little tangent, so I do apologise. But guys, the 83rd Warhost will appear once more on these video blogs. It definitely will be appearing in lots and lots of battle reports coming up. So this is Tom from BlackToad Studios. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and take care.